I have the microphone, which is on the Sena Bluetooth Backpack for GoPro, turned on. So we should get a mix of ambient noise as well as my spoken narration. Ambient noise being more priority. So we'll see. I'm going to take it out on the highway a little bit. There's a lot of wind today, so we should be able to get some good idea of how highway speeds and a combination combined with wind impacts the audio. But we've got to get out on the highway first. A couple more stoplights. I needed a second pair of motorcycle gloves, and this pair of Scorpions was on discontinuance sale at revzilla.com when I got the Sena Bluetooth Backpack for GoPro and its case. And adding the gloves took me up over the $200 mark. And for every $100 to purchase, even $100 rounded down, you get $5 Revzilla cash. So, for another $50, I was at 150 or so. For another $50, I got a $5 back, which is 10%, which is a good deal. No shipping, no sales tax. Revzilla is wonderful and great for any of you motorcycle enthusiasts. I'm sure there are other online motorcycle stores. I just love Revzilla. I love the character, their apparent culture, at least that they show to us, their customers. Good customer service, great customer service, great shipping. If you buy something that's the wrong size, as long as you don't wear it for riding, you can send it back, and they'll exchange it for free. There's no restock fees, etc., etc. So, really, really like them. They also have a lot of product reviews for many, many products, so you get to see and hear about them, as well as customer reviews for those who have purchased the item. This particular pair are Scorpion gloves. I prefer all black, but they didn't have that in my size because it was discontinuance, so I got the high-vis yellow that goes with my high-vis armor jacket. So as long as I have this jacket, it goes well. But it's got great protection. Armored knuckles. It has super fabric on lots of different places where your hand may slide if you went down, which of course none of us plan to do, and I sure don't. But super fabric is a bunch of tiny ceramic plates that are welded in to the fabric, and they provide much better abrasion resistance if you ever need it. So, and they were on great sale. I needed a second pair. I found out last year in August when we went on our big adventure to the western mountains, Rockies, that if you're in the rain, your pair of gloves gets wet. Fancy that. Just imagine that. It's hard to imagine. We had one day of rain, and they don't dry out terribly fast. And you know, leather you're not supposed to dry out with a hair dryer or anything like that. You're just supposed to let it dry naturally. So I had brought just a pair of work leather gloves that I used as a backup pair. And then when it stopped raining, I was able to attach the wet gloves on the back of my luggage, so they weren't directly in the wind whipping by the motorcycle, but yet they were out getting some airing, and they dried out fairly quickly. So I have a second pair. And the new model of these gloves, they kept the original price point, but they took the super fabric off. So I felt fortunate to find a pair that were in my size, because their supplies were dwindling. And like I said, my other gloves are all black, and I would have preferred those, but this is such a good deal, and has extra protection. Again, never expecting to have to use it, but still, if you do want to use it, you want to have the protection that you want and need and deserve. All the gear all the time, at Gap has it in the motorcycle world. As it's known in the motorcycle world. Okay, what's this guy gonna do? He wasn't signaling very well. So we will just be patient and wait for this line of cars to go by. Heading down south towards Hickman, and plan on going over to Roca and going over to Crete, and maybe swing through the Doane campus. I love to remind myself how much that has changed since I graduated. Changed so much that they're changing their name from Doane College to Doane University. As much as some of us old-timers may not like that, I simply take the position that the folks running the college now probably have a better handle on their competition and what they need to do to survive. You know, Doane was something like 620 students when I went there, and it's more than double that, and it's added more non-traditional learning sites in Lincoln and Grand Island and Omaha. So over the years they've certainly had their eyes on expansion and figuring out how they can serve more and more people, and I'm sure along the way survive as an institution. Well, it's pretty windy. It is going to be interesting to get this off the GoPro into my computer and see what the audio sounds like. I posted one segment of yesterday's ride up on my YouTube channel and shared that with friends and family. And the audio is very much improved over my old setup. So much more so improved that you really couldn't hear the rumbling of the exhaust nor ambient outside the helmet sound, hardly at all. So that's why I'm experimenting today. I had the mic on the Sena black backpack turned off yesterday and was just using the in-helmet mic. So today I'm trying the blend. I'm not sure. I'm just not smart enough to know whether that's going to allow me, whether that will have two different soundtracks, and I'll be able to prioritize one over the other. Yeah, I don't know how fancy this is going to be. Sneaking by Ray and Marsh's house here, upcoming real quickly. Can't see it much from the road anymore. The trees they planted a long, long time ago. The houses new have grown up tremendously. And other kids are grown and gone out of the house like mine are. I'm sure they're enjoying life out in the country. There's the water tower for Roca. Oh boy. Couple nice turns coming out of Roca, little short sweepers, and then over Highway 77 for a, I don't know, 10, 11 mile stretch into Crete. As I was laying in bed last night, I came up with a much more efficient approach to the work that I had to do today. And as a result of working smarter and not harder, I don't have to work all day today, which is really nice. Sometimes you just need to step away from it so you see it more clearly. Town cemetery here. Again, I didn't take time to aim the GoPro, so I'm not quite sure what framing I'm getting here. I did do okay yesterday. I mean, the framing wasn't perfect, but it really wasn't bad. So it turned out well. I haven't adjusted the in-helmet mic yet. I didn't put any another layer of foam over it, nor did I relocate it. So we'll probably still get more audio impact of my breathing and or some of my speech, S's and things like that. One nice thing about my helmet, I've got a Shoei GT Air helmet, and it is nice and tight. Not too tight, but certainly not too big. And you don't want to have a motorcycle helmet that's too big. But because it is so nice and tight, there's my cheeks are, nice and tight. So I do not get the full normal usage of my mouth. Oh my goodness, got lucky, hit a train. It's going to be a big long coal train. I've got alternatives. We'll see what kind of train it is. I think I might just end up going down through Hickman. This is kind of gravel road on the side though, and I'm not too keen on gravel. Let's see here. That's funny. I've never hit a train before at this intersection. this railroad crossing, but I'm going to turn off the GoPro for now. What I do. Oh, there we are.